Football FANdemonium with Max is brought to you by Ibex, Mike's Fence Center, and Kronesberg Electric.
Welcome to Week 8 of Football FANdemonium. We have officially reached the halfway point of our hunt to find the biggest football fan here on the high desert. Now, last week we boasted a battle of the unbeatens between the Seahawks and the Steelers. Now, the Seahawks obviously suffered their first loss of the season last Sunday in the NFL, but could Tad, the diehard lad, make up for it? Your Week 7 winner is... it's the savvy, swaggy Steelers fan with 87% of the votes. Wasn't even close. Now, I'll tell you what, Tad Cockrell certainly had a lot of Seahawks spirit, but it was just tough to beat Jason's football man cave. I mean, that thing was pretty sweet. If you haven't seen that, you can go check out last week's episode on ktvz.com/play. So congrats to Jace. You've now earned $49 in gift cards to local retailers. Plus, you are officially the 7th addition to our Football FANdemonium bracket. Once this gets filled out by January, we will have a 16-team playoff to find out who officially is the biggest fan in all of the land. Now for this week, I'm going to put the spotlight on another Seahawks fan. However, this time they're going to be going up against a Ducks fan. Get ready for this animal-powered Super Showdown.
Go Hawks!
This is the Leesoon family, Jennifer, Kaysen, and Carson. They are clearly super Seahawks fans, which means Sundays can get pretty wild inside their home in Redmond.
We have a lot of screaming and yelling when games are going on, of excitement and cheering. I'm sure the whole neighborhood can hear us when we do it.
Jennifer says her love for the team came from her mom, who grew up in Seattle, and she wanted to pass that down to her own children.
Everything in my room is Seahawks based. My bed is blue and green. Most of my pillows have Seahawks on them, posters on my walls. We just love the Seahawks.
But it doesn't end there. Tank the Pug always has his Seahawks bandana on, and their newest dog is named 12, which of course is what Seahawks fans are called, the 12s. Since he was sporting Seattle gear of his own, I felt it only made sense to put him on the spot for just a second.
All right, 12, don't say anything if you think you should win FANdemonium this week. All right, 10-4, good buddy. I hear that message loud and clear.
Meanwhile, in East Bend,
Go Ducks!
more animals are stealing the show. Minka, the 5-year-old whippet, and Elmer G, the famous skeleton horse. Right now, Elmer G is dressed up as a unicorn for Halloween, but he always has to have at least a little bit of Ducks gear by his side. Capri Stifler keeps this tradition alive with her aunt Charlene Eusted, who might be the biggest Ducks fan there is.
Crazy.
Charlene went to her first game back in 1957 when she was 10 years old. 63 years later, her love for the team has only grown stronger. She says she always gets recognized at the games, not just because of those crazy glasses, but her shoes too, which she's been wearing for 30 years.
They're my game shoes, and every time I wear them, they win. If I wear a different pair, they lose.
Charlene also claims to be the first person ever in Bend to get the now popular Oregon Ducks license plate. And of course, you can't be a true Ducks fan without a little friendly fire toward Oregon State.
We were at the game for the Civil War, and of course the Beavers lost.
Well, unfortunately, there has to be a winner and a loser in FANdemonium as well. Central Oregon, you have a tough decision on your hands this week.
And you can vote on that decision right now on ktvz.com. You'll find a poll on the right-hand side of the page under the Sports tab. And if you want a chance to be featured next week, all you have to do is send in your photo to ktvz.com/play. Make sure you get those votes and picks in by next Thursday. And whether it's a college or a pro team that has your heart, this is your chance to show off your team's spirit because it's your turn to take the field, Central Oregon. I'll see you next Friday for Week 9 of Football FANdemonium. Max out.